AskReddit asks, who was the dumbest person you ever met? How did you know?
Stupidity.
The real question is, what kind of tea do you drink to come up with gems like this?
Amazing.
Whittier. This needs to be on store shelves next to smart water.
Girl in my class asked the professor if other countries have moons. 2.
My best friend asked me this when I moved to Europe. She asked if I could see the moon there. Or if it only existed for the USA.
This is so innocently stupid and it's my favorite.
Just remember, every time you look up at the moon, I, too, will be looking at the moon. Not the same moon, obviously. That's impossible.
I had a guy at work tell me that Benjamin Franklin was the 100th president because he's on the $100 bill.
I mean, we're only on the 45th. So he could be right one day.
Ben didn't die, he just jumped forward in time. Then back again to get himself on the bill early.
In another 200 years a kid may well be named Ben Franklin ironically.
She thought I was trying to trick her into believing that Adolf Hitler was real. Edit. Thank you for my first silver. Kind stranger.
Someone in my work expressed shock once at my postcard of Niagara Falls because she didn't believe it was a real place. I thought that was just for films. I always thought it was a made-up place. You know, like the Grand Canyon.
I know a guy who thinks the special tea he drinks negates the negative health effects of his pack-a-day smoking habit. What's this special tea? I think might have smoked one pack too many.
Stupidity.
Wheatgrass.
That girl is lucky.
She could have been born missing her whole brain like her mother. Absolute savage. I love it.
Man, I wish I was this quick-witted in real life. I'd have so many friends.
I went to school with a girl that legitimately thought 9/11 was done by German Nazis.
Wow, I have nothing to say about that. Where did she get that idea from?
Pretty sure that was 9/11.
Removed.
I know a guy who vapped mercury on a dare.
Out of everything in this thread, this one's the most fucked up.
Did you go to the funeral?
You knew a guy.
Are they dead, or at the very least insane now?
Pretty sure that was 9/11.
We hired a girl a couple years ago. I told her where the manager's office was her first day.
Second day, she asked me where the manager's office was. So I walked her to the door. Third day, she asks me where it is again.
Our manager chewed out the girl who trained our new recruit for not teaching the job properly. The trainer pulled out her phone and showed the manager a picture of the girl wearing the uniform backwards and said, "Look at this. This is untrainable."
New girl got fired about 3 weeks later for stealing the product because she thought she got it for free because she was an employee. Edit. Some of you are kind enough to give her the benefit of the doubt about not finding the office. Unfortunately,
this office was located on the second floor, which consisted of a hallway with a single door. And nothing else. It wasn't possible to get lost.
Also, spelling.
I remember proofreading a paper for a freshman my roommate had the hots for. It was on Jonathan Swift's _a modest proposal _. But somehow this freshman didn't catch that it was satire. The opening lines of the paper are burned into my memory. Eating children would not be a good thing to do. In fact, we could say it would be bad.
Well, we could say that. But would it be true? What if she was also super satirical and sarcastic but you misinterpreted it?
This is so innocently stupid and it's my favorite. Only if it was a teacher. Not a professor. This is actually concerning.
It was Lori Loughlin's kid.
Couldn't have been her. She never actually went to class. I used to work with the nicest person I've ever met. But he was also the dumbest. Even though he had been there over a year, he couldn't do anything beside washing dishes without someone watching over him. He just could not figure out how to do anything on his own. Someone, usually me, would have to watch over every little thing he did to make sure he was doing it right. It would have been frustrating if he wasn't the nicest damn person on earth. He was always so happy to see you and did everything with a smile on his face. Luckily he could wash dishes like a fucking beast. I'm not exaggerating when I say he could wash dishes faster and cleaner than anyone I have ever met. That's the reason he would do other stuff, is because he washed dishes so damn fast we'd have to find other stuff for him to do. His wife was normal and all his kids were doctors or engineers. They were all crazy smart. What was kind of sad is that he knew he wasn't the smartest. But he was so damn nice.
Well, you see, she got there in half the time.
I had a boss who told me that she never kept leftovers from a meal because that's how polio got started.
All that pre-cooked food in the supermarket, it's all polio. Edit, my first silver! Exclamation mark. Thank you, stranger! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Dot.
I was working in a French company. We were working with a dev team in Vietnam on some IT project. The project manager they report to in HQ is French. They didn't like him and he knew it. The Vietnamese team did some great job. He wanted to find the correct words to congratulate him, hoping to smoothen the future relationship. He sent that incredible, thank you, email. When we see the quality of your work, we can only realize how sad it is that we lost you guys as a colony. The French expats in the Vietnam office told me they were hiding in shame for a full week. Edit. I never thought I would be that guy, but thank you, kind strangers, for l'or et l'argent. Edit 2. For those of you saying this is typical Frenchness, I am French myself and all the other French in PCC were just as WTF, as I was.
A girl in an AP US history class laughed at me when I was talking about driving to Alaska from Oregon. She insisted Alaska was an island because of how it is separated out on maps like this, http ontheworldmap.com/USA/USA-states-map JPG. I don't know if she was the dumbest person I met overall, but it was certainly the dumbest thing someone insisted they were right about. Edit. I am happy this turned out to be educational.
I don't know how it can be cold when it's down there. Right by Hawaii. Hawaii is always warm. Maybe it's the mountains.
I asked a temp at work to weigh a couple of lever arch files for postage. She came back and told me they were 65 kilograms. I asked if it were possible that it was 5 kilograms, but she insisted it wasn't.
We argued about it for a good 5 minutes. It wasn't until I asked her how much she weighed, 59 kilograms, that it finally twigged that these two small folders couldn't possibly weigh more than her.
Bold move asking her how much she weighs at it. My first silver, I'm humbled and honored. Thank you, stranger. Edit 2. Double silver. I feel so exceptionally adequate. Edit 3. Silver hat trick. I can't thank you all enough. Edit 4. Is there a limit? https www.youtube.com/watch b=3 to 3 yok 5d3 or on Reddit silver. Edit 5. This Reddit silver is at least 65 kilograms on my account now. It's graded at 6. Correction 5 kilograms.
A girl in my class in middle school genuinely thought people had landed on the sun. Her explanation for this belief was to insist that the moon and sun are made of the same stuff.
Well, yeah. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. You can build a lot of wacky shit with that. Oh,
I dated a girl who thought the same thing. She was like 25 years old with a kid. She also thought we discovered planets by landing on them. She had some other TID bits that genuinely made me wonder how she got out of high school. My sister-in-law is an anti-vaxxer and believes her kid's cerebral palsy was caused by vaccines despite the kid being born with 1/4 of her brain physically missing.
That girl is lucky.
She could have been born missing her whole brain like her mother.
This makes me so mad. Like, if you don't believe in vaccinations, okay, but don't let your kids suffer because you're stupid.
Absolute savage. I love it.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day, you amazing people.